Greetings, all Mochin here with another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Looks like he's knocked out, huh? Let's see.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see.
Feels as if I'm more in touch with the Force than I've ever been.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
I had some questions.
All right, what did you want to know?
You teach me.
All right, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Republic Senate rules? What's that?
That's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to beat each other. But in the end, nobody wins. Everybody loses, and nobody accomplishes anything. It's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass time until the audience gets bored and leaves. Sure, shouldn't be a problem. It's basically a numbers game, but I can give you the ground rules.
Okay. Select 10 cards from your deck. Okay. Yes. Which is, yeah. Without exceeding 20. Players greater than 20 at the end of the turn. Okay. So just end my turn. Stand. Oh, I lost. Enter. 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 Yes. Yeah. Enter. Whatever, stay in there. Yeah. Whatever, I don't care.
You seem pretty...
Okay, it looks like, fine, in fact, I haven't felt this.
Well, it's good to see. You're a nice counterbalance to that old witch back there. All right, what did you want to know?
You teach.
All right, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Oh, we already did that.
All right, what did you want to know?
Is there anything else? Nothing, never mind. Let's try now.
Something up?
Let's see, can we do it?
All right, what did you want to know? All right, but I'm out of credit.
Yeah. Never mind. Okay, nothing new. I think we went over some things. I think this is... Yeah, here we go. Somebody found him. I was gonna say we couldn't take him with us.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Alright, we mean you no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I
'Cause
mean,
you're
why did they lock
lucky.
us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scow like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dejaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason, and now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
She's a dark, dark lady. Slipping into minds where she shouldn't be. That looks like a council room that we're
I did
in.
not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Well, it's not my intention to come here, Atris, or see you again.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
Force brought me here.
You presume much. The Force does not guide your movements, not anymore. Its connection was
rather
lost when you
presumptuous of
fell.
you.
Perhaps you feel that the Force also led you to the Mandalorian Wars as well, but in truth it only led to your exile.
Maybe you should admit that it was the Council's decision that led to the Civil War.
You and all the Jedi who followed Revan caused the Jedi Civil War. It was because the need to wage war burned within you. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
As I recall, you wished me imprisoned or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept it, so I would never forget.
I was no longer a Jedi, and it was no longer mine.
Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have
just
always
said
kept
that.
it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
If I became a Jedi again, would you return it to me?
Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach. But I am
That's
not
rather
unsympathetic
presumptuous.
to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
How do you stop somebody from punching you in the face? You block them, right? Is that really aggression? That's... some ways she's kind of dumb. It's my opinion, though. Is it the Jedi way to let people be massacred?
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force.
Of course.
It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
Revan and Malak turned on you, not I.
Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began.
That's rather presumptuous. Let's see. Bending fellow Jedi fighting in a just war is not my way.
You betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way.
Our teachings do not mean we should stand by and watch others die.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
No, there's no guarantee we would win, but if we had not acted, the Mandalorians would be ruling the Republic.
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
And how many people would have died if the Mandalorians hadn't been stopped?
You do not know...
You are correct, I do not know it, neither do you.
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
She sounds very angry. Awareness, your anger, is it because you secretly wished you had the strength to follow me to war?
What? What do you mean?
I could see it in you. You wanted to fight by my side, but you were too scared to defy the Council.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Let's see. Is there more? Are you admitting to stealing the Ebon Hawk?
The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility.
What gave you the right to take it?
The destruction of Paragus gave me the right. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed
Wow,
there.
you're rather presumptuous. All the miners were already dead.
A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that.
Destruction of Progress was an accident.
Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You
Yeah,
have not
another
changed.
ship exploded,
Acting
all
instead
that
of
stuff. I
thinking,
would say out
putting
of my
yourself
control.
before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Why don't you tell me?
Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Why is Tilo so important?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds devastated by the Sith will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
So it's as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian War.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So now I get to blame for the actions of the Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
They believe me to be the last Jedi.
You. If they thought you a Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
If so, then I offer my help. You'll need it.
You offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council.
Why is
The
everything
Jedi is
so
not something you
personal to her?
embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand.
I'm not doing this out of fear. I want to help.
Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there we can call a council and see what can be done.
If there's anywhere who can aid us, I will find them.
Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us.
Sure thing.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments.
That's
As
a lie.
always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Jedi just hide their feelings better than most. That was a nice little debate. I'll save it because I don't know if something's weird gonna happen. I want to go through all that again.
Why have you approached me?
Searching.
You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages.
So they were prisoners.
They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
Oh, Adrian.
He has had some Ichani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well.
Where would you have gotten that training?
I do not know. The Ichani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
Where's the up in Hogwarts?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place, and permission to return if you remain in her service.
That's some other questions.
You may ask.
Some questions.
The
right?
mistress? What of her?
What can you tell me about?
She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
How's she planning to do
We
that?
serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atris has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, exile.
I chose to go to war, not because I was trained to do so.
Atris has said the training of the Jedi was flawed, and the Jedi Civil War was proof of this.
And what does Atris consider proper training?
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Atris to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
She'll need help if she tries. She knows nothing of dry cleaning.
She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
I could use a good sparring.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings.
And I'm naked.
Before we begin, are you familiar with Ichani traditions?
No.
All
rather.
duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
I understand. Stay in the mat, no armor. No striking to kill.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
If you're ready, so am I.
Then let us begin.
She's kicking my butt. Well, we finally did some damage. There we go.
You
Okay.
have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight again.
Seek one of us out when you wish to fight, and we shall honor your request.
So can I put my... Well, I'm gonna put my stuff back on and then... Is that the one I had? No, that's the one I had. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's see.
Have you returned to fight again?
Yeah,
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever
Hey
melee
y'all,
weapon-
Mojin here. Just to remind you, if you like what you're currently seeing, please subscribe, hit that like button, hit the bell for future notifications, leave a comment, and share with your friends. Please enjoy the rest of the show.
melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques. Then let us begin.
Yeah. Okay, so I still can't use my other stuff, but I can use weapons.
Yeah!
This will teach you.
She got him a butt. Nice.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight again.
Seek one of us out when you wish to fight, and we shall honor your request.
Okay. Put the rope back on. Oh, wait, that's the one I had. Fully healed. Okay, I think I now I am. Okay. Another little quick save. Let my force regen a little bit.
Have you returned to fight again?
She took my armor off again. I should challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle shall be free of restriction on weapons and items, and you may use whatever technique, Jedi or otherwise, you wish to attempt to defeat me. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you. Then let us begin.
Screws up my thing. Let's see. Levels. She blocked that. Nice.
You know much of melee combat. You surprise me.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight again.
There is nothing more that we can teach you from such contests. Such battle would only be for battle's sake.
I see. Then that sounds fine to me.
If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us. We shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, weapon, or Jedi technique you wish. We shall match it. Then let us begin.
She took my armor again. I think they just like to see me naked.
This will teach you.
About this time.
This will teach you.
You have fallen.
I've had enough for today. I'll be going. Well done. They got me in a group. That's all I really need to do.
Have you returned to fight again?
No, that's all she wants to do. Never mind. And they took my clothes off again. Something up with that. Yep, we're gonna rob them blind. Parts. Parts is parts. Sorry about that. That leads me out. Anything in here? There is one. It's empty. Nope, there's the cylinder. Look again. Empty. Yep, that's it. Let's see. It's the prison. Chamber entrance. Oh, come over here. Okay, there's this head.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
And what did she say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Yeah. I went to war to protect others, not to fight.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
I did not walk the path of the dark side.
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war,
That's pretty
you
narrow-minded.
could not give it up.
If that were the case, I would have fought in the Civil War.
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
I did not march with him because it was my choice.
So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
I like that one. Did Atris say anything else?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris' heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Interesting. So if I fought Atris, then that might make the truth come out.
Perhaps. It may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
I'd like to ask you something.
You may ask.
You look different from the other women here.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother but same father?
I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
I apologize, I meant no
There is
offense.
no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
Is it a sensitive subject?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is
True
no
enough.
such trust between you and I, and such
has
trust
a
takes
point.
time.
Let's see, do I have any other questions?
You may ask.
Never mind. I'll be going.
Before you go, Exile, a question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
I only know what its loss feels like.
Then tell me of its absence.
Imagine waking and finding all your senses blind.
It is standing atop the summit of a great mountain, the winds tearing about you, then finding yourself buried alive, trapped, helpless, and alone.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. Wonder why they cut to her if she wasn't with me. If you're wondering why I save a lot, there's where's this go? It's locked, never mind. I save a lot because this game is known to have bugs, so in case something weird happens. This is the Steam version. I think a lot of issues were fixed. Kind of. I think some of them have. Okay, cancel. There's him. Are you alright? Wasn't your fault. Hold on, what information are you talking about? Why would you want what's in your memory card? Let's get you back to the ship. We can talk more. We'll see you on at the Abennog. On, at, same thing, whatever. Gain some influence. Whoa. the ship. Okay. That'll leave me out. Sorry about that. Let's go, finally put our friends back.
Did you find what you came for?
That depends. What was I supposed to find here?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
Woman here is a Jedi, just one of the council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
She plans to heal the galaxy and rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes
She's not
expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
We may be able to gather students and allies on our journey. Let's go.
Very well. Let us depart.
What happened to Atten?
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Uh-huh. Alright then. Let's get you free.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you alright?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Jedi Academy, concealed in the northern pole of it.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Meet me at the ship, prep for launch. We'll leave as soon as we can.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Yep, that's where it was. I think we're pretty much done here. Johnny Battle. I'm gonna give you that one. Yeah, he looks better than that. are some things here. They get stuck somewhere. Oh well. Oh, they finally came out. Just checking on the ship. Nope, can't go anywhere. Let's go. This game did pretty good on cutscenes. Not overdone, not since they do ever effective in their storytelling. At least I thought so. And still do think so.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left? But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? What are you talking about? You downloaded Atris's Archives. Sneaky little droid.
What is the machine saying?
He said there was a hollow recording of my last trial in Atris's record.
We seem to have found it.
Looks so good in there.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Call me here to answer my crimes on Malachor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
If those Mandalorians had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out.
No.
And so have shut yourself
You're not listening
to
to
the
me
galaxy.
either.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him
Isn't
depart.
much.
He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
A lot of presumption and arrogance.
Those
in
Jedi
that,
sure
I
like
think.
their secrets, don't they?
Yep. Those are the last few moments of my turn. I had no idea. Find anything else, let me know. Just has a list of missing Jedi. Sure, display it. This is where I can find them, huh? Telos, we already got that one. I knew all those Jedi.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
That is, it may we need their help against the Sith.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Do you think we need help?
I think the strength of the enemy is unknown, but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat without aid.
When you put it like that, then welcome aboard.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
Don't let them bother you. You've been through a lot.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
General, Is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
My lightsaber is returned to me. I will bear it.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
I'm not afraid of building a new lightsaber, if that's what you think.
I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well then. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Alright then, what do we
We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal, though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Utility droids tend to have habits towards developing personality quirks.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Interesting. Nice. Okay, we'll save here. And that'll probably do it for this episode. A lot of storytelling and exposition, that fun stuff. Well, not a lot of fighting, but you get kind of those episodes sometimes with this game. So yeah, like I said, that'll do it for this one. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, hit the bell for future notifications, all that fun stuff. And thank you all for joining me. See you next time.